Jedi scum!
Have you ever wondered how practical Stormtrooper armor would be in a real war? And I don't mean whether or not it would actually protect you, but assuming that it does, what about its mobility, visibility, and protective coverage? It had been over a year since I climbed up a mountain with my Kugelwagen, and with my modified Stormtrooper armor that gives me a bit better ergonomics and mobility, I was craving a new adventure. After tinkering with my Stormtrooper armor a little bit more, including adding a strap to the helmet in order to keep my eyes aligned with the eye holes, I found the perfect opportunity for testing my armor. In Texas, there was this massive Nerf battle happening, filling up an entire football field called Jared's Epic Blaster Battle, and if I just drove 6 hours down from Dallas, I could go to Drive Tanks, where I could test the Stormtrooper armor in actual military vehicles, as well as using real weapons to see how it could perform.
Alrighty, so
I've linked up with my intern. He's gonna drive me all the way to Texas.
why am I the intern if I'm driving you?
Because you don't get paid. And we're gonna set off now, so it's a 13-hour or so journey to our hotel in Dallas, and
That will be fun.
yeah, it will be fun. Let me see the mountains
Going up
again.
the hill again, though.
Let me see the mountains. Yes. Pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool. The first fill up.
First fill up. Put your zip code on the internet.
Let's put it on the internet.
Me when I'm giving birth while driving.
Leave me behind. I'll stay on the shore, but still gaze at the sea. I remember the fallen, and they think of me. For our souls in the ocean together will be.
It was a full day drive from Colorado to Dallas, but the next morning we had a lot of free time to kill before the blaster battle would start up in the evening. It is 10 in the morning. I have finally completed the Stormtrooper helmet. No speaker, but the fans are both finally working, sucking in air from the outside, blowing it over the visor and over the mouth so I can breathe and see really easily inside the helmet. So that was completely last minute. There's a little bit of padding underneath the nose, and there's a little bit of padding on the other side to press my eyes against the visor really well to give me as much visibility as I can possibly get in this thing. So hopefully that'll last us for the duration of the Nerf battle, but I may need to get some spare batteries as well. Past Six Flags, the real Six Flags from the real state of Texas.
Oh fuck, I missed the turn.
And Chase just missed his turn. The traffic tension is good on this. Me and Chase are both huge tank nerds, so we occupied ourselves messing with this Sherman that was outside of the Air Museum and eating chicken at a place that I was skeptical of, but Chase really wanted to try.
Last time I had pho, the spice euthanized me, so we'll see. They've not passed.
Say that again.
Look at these citizens of society leaving their carts in the right place.
Jeez, Texas. Oh my lord.
What?
They're full.
No.
No, they're not. They're
What
fucking empty. That literally
Bro.
is harder to take them past that. What is going on in this
God.
state?
Welcome to fucking Texas.
What is frog tape?
It's just masking.
Frog tape. The Nerf battle encouraged you to come with costumes, so Chase also brought his pirate fit. Alright. Lock up.
Alrighty.
You're gonna have to be really loud inside.
Yes.
When we got into the Nerf arena, people were stopping me like every 2 steps to take pictures with me, but it ended up being a lot of fun to just see everyone and bring smiles to people's faces that were not expecting a full screen-accurate Stormtrooper armor to walk out of the crowd.
Hey, do you got bad aim? You're starting to ask that bad aim. So, safety is extremely important for us here at the Blaster Battle. Looking at cartoons here. So, the holiday edition shirt, Andrew makes a big deal.
I domed him. I hit him right on the top of his head.
Chase hit this nasty snipe on a YouTuber that he knew, and the Nerf games were incredibly fun. Thankfully, they didn't track any hits, so I was effectively invincible. I never really knew what being overstimulated felt like until that moment, though, because when you're a 6-foot tall stormtrooper being surrounded by 12-year-olds, everyone in that football field is shooting at you, where you can kind of feel it, but not really. But it's really loud no matter where you get hit on your entire body.
Girls are invincible. So, for the first 60 seconds, girls, any hits that you might get, they don't count. Doesn't matter.
The Empire takes from the floor.
In between fights, people were awesome to talk to, and honestly, I was way more social than I would ever be otherwise, because generally, whether it's in high school or college or a big Nerf field, I only really feel comfortable in my skin when I'm covered in armor like that.
Figured if I can't aim very well, I may as well shoot a lot. All right. That's what most of us require. Yes. Thank you, man. Yeah.
Adults love taking pictures with me, but kids loved the armor even more. And one kid even asked me to sign their blaster, which I had no idea what to do with, so I just wrote Stormtrooper on the side of the blaster with the pen that he had. And honestly, that whole experience was just incredible.
The big kid battle is ages 7 to 12.
As for how practical the Stormtrooper armor was during that whole ordeal, the helmet fans definitely kept me from suffocating, and the strap kept my eyes directly level so that I could continue to see no matter how much I was moving around. Plus, for protection, it was surprisingly extremely effective. I only got hit in my undersuit, where I'd count it being not protected, twice the entire round, while the rest bounced off harmlessly, or even stuck to the armor when they had suction cups. The only major flaw that I noticed was that even though I had good vision directly in front and to my peripheral, I couldn't see anything directly in front and below me, which, after nearly trampling so many children that got in my way, I get why the Ewoks ended up getting the best of the Stormtroopers, even if the armor was a lot more practical than I had initially thought it would be.
Alright, so that was that. There's a stadium.
The event's over. I signed 5 different blasters for some reason. Stormtrooper. But
The Stormtrooper.
we had a great time. It was really fun.
After the battle ended, we left and explored Dallas at night for a little bit. We absolutely vibed at this bar, even though neither of us could drink yet, so we just ate steak and fries at there and listened to some really good local music and explored Texas's really weird gas station culture. That was really, really good.
That was amazing.
We went to
the steak was decent.
The steak was decent.
Okay.
The fries were amazing. The vibes were immaculate, and the music was really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, it was just straight bangers.
Yeah, so if you ever go to downtown Dallas, go to Cheap Steaks.
Yeah.
Really great place, and it was pretty cheap. So.
And it's a Sunday night?
And it's a Sunday
I didn't
night.
think there would be music on Sunday night.
Yeah.
But
This bottle's been bothering Chase all 2 days that we've been here. The next morning, Chase tried and failed to run over this soda bottle that had been torturing him in the parking lot this whole time, and a horrible sickness began to come over me. I'm going through it. Theoretically, we only had to drive 6 hours from Dallas to Uvalde, but as my food poisoning got worse, we had to pull over at every gas station we could find, and it took us over 12 hours to get there. That night, I was so sick, I nearly gave up and went to the ER, but when I was scared of going to Michigan or driving up a mountain, I didn't give up then, and I won't give up now. I thought of how much people liked my armor the first day, and I didn't want to not make this video for the sake of how much it could entertain even more people. We're here. I have barely recovered from severe food poisoning and am probably, hopefully, able to stand up long enough to shoot all of the guns that we are going to shoot today.
Schlatt's been here?
Yeah, Schlatt and Charlie Slumkakol. It's a place where dreams are made.
Where Dream was made?
Where Dream was made. He was forged here. Bro. What the fuck?
Oh, I've never seen a piss game before. There's a leaderboard. Someone got 43 points.
How do you...
You aim with your piss. So it's like a tank game. Like, there's like tanks that'll pop up on the left and right and in the middle, and you need to like aim to shoot them with your piss.
What?
And someone had 43, which is like, I don't know, that's kind of insane.
Yeah. With the hat on him. Alright, we are at Drive Tanks. We're moving on to the tank. I am suited up and ready to make a goofy YouTube video. There it is. The Drive Tank. The Drive Tank itself. Hello. Now what? Shit.
So you guys wanted to do the Kenny cred, correct?
Yes.
So unfortunately, the Kenny cred is down for maintenance.
No.
But we do give you guys a free upgrade to an actual tank.
All right. What?
That's okay.
Okay. What tank?
The British Abbott.
British Abbott. Okay. I don't know.
You probably could have made it work.
Probably. It's unfortunate. And yeah, I'm sitting in a German Kettenkrad.
Very cool. Very good.
I can't get over the Stormtrooper armor, dude. It's kind of funny. I like it.
Can't come in.
Definitely have to get really cozy with another man.
Tankers.
The British are used to that, though.
All aboard the battle bus. You guys fly or drive down here?
Drove.
Drove? Damn, man, it's a long drive. Here you go.
What?
Here you go, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Chase got to drive the Abbott while I rode along inside the commander's hatch, and it made me realize that driving in a tank feels more like riding on a boat than it does on a car or any other kind of vehicle. While we were waiting for them to set up the range, we got to climb around inside of a real Sherman in the meantime, which was a total dream come true for me and Chase, and confirmed both that my upgraded armor could maneuver inside tight spaces like a tank, and that the Sherman really did have the especially spacious and ergonomic interior that it was famed for during the war.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, let me back up a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. It's a sick picture.
All of this was recorded in December of 2022, and I have taken so long to edit this video that YouTube's policy has changed, and you can no longer show full auto weapons shooting on YouTube. So if you want to see the Browning footage, you can go to my Patreon or my Discord. But as for what I have to report, I really like it. I like shooting off the back of a tank. That's like one of the coolest things I've ever done. But it is... I still didn't hit anything, I'm going to be honest.
Smart fella.
Finally, we got to shoot the Flamethrower. They strapped the heavy pack to me as I have only half a sandwich in my stomach and am struggling to stay upright normally, but I would not miss this for the world.
This is gonna be like my highlight of the year, I think. At least it's gonna be well protected from the heat of it. Not you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be good.
While holding in this trigger, you want to slowly squeeze this back one, and this back trigger is going to propel your fuel, and now you got a flamethrower.
Yeah.
So.
Alright. You ready to go, man? Yeah? Alright, brother, and you're gonna stay in place, okay? Okay. You don't have to walk around too much and hold a little bit more gangster style if you can. Okay. And you go ahead and light your flame. All the way. Make sure your flame's on the ground. There you go. And then slowly squeeze on that skill.
Carry this, Jedi scum!
Oh.
Make sure your flame.
Carry this, Jedi scum!
Shooting the Flamethrower was so much fun, the most out of all of the weapons that we got to use at that point, and it was way more practical for a Stormtrooper than I was ever expecting. It spread the heat out across my entire body so that it was only a little bit uncomfortable, but when Chase shot the Flamethrower without any sort of protection other than a little glove, he said it was extremely hot and very uncomfortable firing it, which I had barely noticed, so the armor was genuinely effective in spreading out the heat and protecting my body underneath.
Oh yeah, man, good job, man. Awesome. Yeah, that was pretty wicked.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
After the fun was over, the employee that we'd been talking to said that he'd worked with YouTubers before, and while Demolition Ranch wasn't great, he shouted out Jay Schlatt as being the funniest guy he'd talked to.
Why are you dressed up like Star Wars?
Since we were out of town, he let us run around the museum for a little bit and climb inside any tank that we wanted to, making effectively the best tank museum experience I'd ever had in my life.
Oh bugger, the tank is on fire. Ow.
Is it getting hot in there? Getting a little toasty with the fire?
It's a little medium. Medium rare. Well done.
And you're dead.
At the end of all of those tests, I learned that once you tweak Stormtrooper armor just a little bit, it's surprisingly practical for a low-budget movie costume from the 70s.
I think I would win.
I also learned I had a lot more fun putting smiles on people's faces with the armor than I did even shooting the flamethrower. And with my next semester of my film degree coming up, I hoped I could keep making that happen.
Quit fucking filming me, Rick.
It's pretty.
Let me eat my checks in peace.
Drink up for the road, comrade. With a professor I hated slated to teach that final filmmaking class, it was going to be tough, but as with this adventure, I won't give up. If you want to see the rest of my journey, stay tuned.
I might be getting a ticket. Entirely forgot that we're coming into a town.
And on that terrible disappointment, it's time to end.